9:03, Todd Jeffries and Don Pryor. Yeah, so glad you chose to join us here on the Todd Don Show. Don't forget, the Todd Jeffries YouTube channel where we're posting our daily vlog. Have you got a chance to go see that, Don?
No, I haven't looked at your YouTube channel.
It's on the World Wide Web.
Okay.
You go to youtube.com. And then you search Todd Jeffries.
You forgot www.
You got
www.
to put some W's in there.
Okay.
And you'll be able to find the Todd Jeffries YouTube channel and see some amazing videos from inside the studio.
Oh, man.
So we got that going
fantastic.
on. Jump in here at 512-836-0590.
Do I show up in any of them, or is it all just you?
Occasionally you do.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, please.
Do Texas cities have the final say on euthanizing dogs that attack people? Or should it be the state Supreme Court? Well, the Texas Supreme Court today is hearing arguments on that very question. Dallas wants to euthanize a dog that attacked a 2-year-old boy. But Dallas Pets Alive has been fighting that order for almost 2 years. Think about that. You donate your money to Pets Alive, Dallas Pets Alive, and they've been, for the past 2 years, spending a lot of your donated money fighting to save one pit bull that has attacked a few people.
Unbelievable.
Well, apparently they believe they should be able to appeal the process for dogs beyond city judges, municipal judges. The outcome could affect all Texas cities because it's before the Supreme Court.
If you have something that's clearly a threat to society like that, it should not have to go so far as the Supreme Court.
No.
I mean, it shouldn't.
No.
Honestly, it shouldn't go past the owner. The owner should be wise enough to go, you know what, this isn't good.
I can't handle this dog.
I'm going to have to end this situation.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know if dogs can affect, or pit bulls especially, can they effectively be trained not to attack any if they've already been raised poorly to where they're going to attack?
Can they be retrained?
Can they be retrained?
Rehabilitated?
And yes, can you reprogram those, or is it too late once they've tasted blood?
Maybe they can be trained, but they are animals.
Yeah.
And animals will behave as animals.
It shouldn't have to go that long.
No.
It shouldn't have to go to that point.
I think this is a decision that a municipal judge here locally should be able to make.
How is this different from someone, a human being, who's a clear threat to society? Not that we're going to, kill all human beings that are a threat to society,
and
but
also,
they're certainly...
And also human beings and dogs are not on the same level.
I know.
They're not on par with each other.
I know, but it's still...
Yeah.
And I don't know why you would still want to continue to own that dog. What pleasure are you getting when you have something that you're constantly worried about, or maybe you're not worried at all. Maybe you don't care at all.
Well, just by coincidence, we have another story here locally involving a woman and her dog that were attacked by a pit bull.
Right.
A pit bull with a criminal record at that.
Yes, that's right.
Those should be the easiest ones to put down.
Pit bulls with rap sheets.
An Austin woman is seeking more than $1 million in a lawsuit against the owner of 2 pit bulls that she say attacked her and her dog while she was walking on a trail in southwest Austin. Erica Curtis tells KV the 2 dogs were not on a leash. They were unleashed when they approached her and then attacked from both sides.
And I was just screaming like, they're killing my dog. Get your dogs off my dog.
Now, her hands were seriously injured. The dog needed multiple surgeries. Police reports indicate that these 2 pit bulls have 3 other incidents dating back to 2014 where they either attacked a person or a dog. Why the hell does this woman still have dogs?
I don't know.
She should not be the woman that owns the pit bull should be in jail.
No. I would not want to be worried every time that someone comes around that my dog or whatever I have could potentially cause you great harm. That's a non-starter.
This is an easy story. This is an easy issue to solve. If your dog has a history of repeatedly attacking people or pets, it's got to go.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry. Your dog needs to be put down.
And I don't want to have that on my hands.
And what is this, wasting the state Supreme Court's time on this
ridiculous.
issue? Paul is in Cedar Park on the Todd Don Show. Good morning.
Hello, Paul.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, so my son was bit by a dog on Christmas Day, a few months ago.
Man.
The dog had been aggressive toward my kid before and finally bit my son in the face. Almost took his eye and everything. Had to go to the ER, get surgery.
Is this a neighbor's dog? Is this a neighbor animal?
It was actually a family member's dog, but that's a whole other thing. But the problem is the whole dangerous dog thing. Unless it kills somebody, they don't deem it dangerous. You just put it under quarantine, make sure it's got its rabies shot, and it's allowed to live.
Well, we do have Lillian's Law in this state of Texas. Lillian was a woman, an elderly woman. I think she was 65 up in Taylor mowing her lawn, and she was attacked by a pack of dogs.
Just mauled.
She died, and the law is very clear. If your animal severely injures someone, then it can be deemed dangerous. The problem, I think, Paul, is city by city, they got different rules.
Oh, yeah, it's a joke because this dog shouldn't be around people again, and there it is being kept alive, and there's no repercussions. And all animal control could tell me was, well, it's tricky. We can't do anything about it.
So this was a family member's pet that attacked your child. What are you doing now to prevent it from happening again?
We're not around that dog anymore. We can't go over there.
Did that owner of that dog consider putting it down?
Nope. It's considered a family member.
Wow. Well,
that's wrong.
So you're going to do everything you can to keep your child away from that dog, I would think, in the future.
Oh, for sure. And now, people have like emotional distress. My kid is a little, hesitant around dogs. We've had to work through some of that fear and, new rules of asking owners if we can pet their dogs and stuff. But yeah, it's some work, man.
What kind of dog was it that attacked?
What kind of dog?
Some kind of corgi mix, just a mutt.
Just a corgi mix. Well, any dog can attack. Any dog can bite.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And my thing is there's too many good dogs out there to have dogs around that attack people, especially kids.
Yeah.
Why are they alive? Put them in a no-kill shelter where they never see another human being, if that's the case.
No, put them down. Put them down. There's no need to take care of, house a pet, a dog that attacks a bunch of people. You just put it down.
I'm with you on that.
Just put it down.
They need to be put down.
Yeah. There's no need to spend a bunch of money to keep it alive. It's not a human being.
No. I know their family, but good night, man.
All right.
There's a point.
512-836-0590. We got both of those stories on the front page of our website at newsradioklbj.com. Patrick's put together a good story there on this dog story, this woman, and the state Supreme Court case. You can check it out online at newsradioklbj.com.
Well, and these dogs were roaming, too.
Off leash.
Yeah, completely.
She should be arrested immediately. She has two pit bulls that have a history of attacking people and pets 3 different times. Now on this 4th time, off leash.
Right.
She should lose and the dogs were not quarantined in this case. They were not taken. She still has the dogs.
She was doing nothing to prevent this.
There should be a citywide alert that she has dangerous dogs in that neighborhood.
Sorry, sister. Sorry.
Man.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting story. The Texas Transportation Commission, they tell us that 10 people are killed every day on Texas highways. Well, now the Texas Transportation Commission wants to cut that to 0 by the year 2050.
It's a good goal.
Yeah, the commission is ordering TxDOT to use that goal in designing and constructing highways. The order also calls for using technology and changes in driver behavior.
Yeah. When we get to the point of fully autonomous vehicles where they are literally able to completely be done.
Hands-free.
Hands-free.
Nobody touching the wheel.
No more wrecks.
But that's when we'll reach that goal. That's great, man. It's beautiful.
Insurance business goes away. Car insurance business, no need to have it.
I think there could always be some kind of accident. There's going to be insurance.
Think of the boon that this is going to be for the restaurant business, for the bar business, as far as have as many as you want. Hell, I'll have 4 margaritas. I'll have 5.
All you got to do is get back to the car, the autonomous vehicle.
Yeah, that's
all
right.
you got to do.
Just as long as you're sober enough to crawl to the car.
Yeah.
I mean, think of that. How good that's going to be for the economy.
I think they'll reach that goal before 2050.
Oh, I think so too. They know how to do it now.
I think we could reach that goal in America by the year 2030.
Yeah.
All right, maybe not 100% 0 deaths on roadways, but reduce it dramatically in 10 years.
Think what this will do for, maybe the senior population that you had to take the keys away from dad, but certainly he can get in the autonomous car, sit there and go where you program his car. Here he needs to go to the...
I'll put it this way. Elementary school kids today here in Austin, they will probably never drive a car.
Probably not.
Or never need a driver's license.
Yeah, that's right.
Never touch a key.
Yeah, we will have that day.
Yeah, that's where the technology is taking us.
Or will it be the kind of thing where you will still have to know how to, if need be, take the wheel?
Why?
Why would there
be a wheel?
There
will be no steering wheel.
Wheel.
There's no need for
No
one.
gas pedal. No nothing.
No need for it.
You're
it's all
just
digital. It's all online, man.
you're at their mercy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's a great goal. Again, the thought of me being able to have a 25-minute nap every morning on the way to work is just
That'd be nice,
is
wouldn't it?
gorgeous. It's a gorgeous thought.
Listen, speaking of traffic in our roads, this weekend will mark the official opening of SH 45 Southwest, a toll road connecting FM 1626 to Mopac.
Yeah.
That area's needed it.
Yep.
Big time. Yeah, it's out near your place, right?
It
Right?
is. And
Close?
we're going to relieve a lot of pressure on Brody. For one, it's gonna relieve a lot of pressure on Mopac. It's really gonna be, if it works the way it should, it's huge.
Yeah. The Mobility Authority has installed also on this new stretch of roadway a new wrong-way detection system. It's the first of the kind in Texas.
And there's a need for it.
Absolutely there is. The Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority's Mike Heiligenstein says this will alert drivers as quickly as possible using flashing lights and digital signs that somebody's coming this way, they're on the wrong lane, coming towards you.
Unfortunately, we have Central Texas and South Texas, one of the larger incidents per capita of wrong-way driving in the country.
Yeah, no, the detection system uses sensors at 4 spots along the road and transmits that information, including directly to the cars themselves that are equipped with the wireless technology.
Well, you know what? It happens. I've seen cars, in fact, on the south end of Mopac there where it becomes 45, which is part of this picture here. I've seen people driving on the wrong side of the road there. I have gotten on the wrong side of the road, stone cold sober, just because it wasn't clear making a left turn that I was turning into the wrong way.
You get confused easy.
But we've had people, obviously, on I-35. We've had people die as a result of this. So,
well, we had a soldier that was driving a motorcycle southbound on I-35 right here near the radio station.
Yeah.
Some drunk was traveling, I guess it would be eastbound on Research, and instead of going under I-35 and turning left to go up the northbound frontage road, they turned left and went up the southbound frontage road onto the interstate and hit the soldier on a motorcycle head on.
Whew. Man,
That was about 4 years ago.
There's some situations that it's just not completely clear what you're doing. And if you've had a few, then it's really understandable that you get on the wrong side
Do we have
of the
a
road,
booze problem in this city?
Yeah, we do.
We have a drunk driving booze problem.
Don't you think that it's probably safe to assume that after, say, I don't know, after 1 a.m., that probably the majority of drivers that are just driving around Austin, not coming through Austin, but driving around Austin, have had some amount of alcohol?
I think that's safe to assume.
Yeah. Otherwise, what the hell are you doing out?
I mean, a police officer that patrols overnights could probably answer that question better.
Yeah.
But I bet that's when they encounter their most drunk, sure.
I would assume that at that time of night or morning that not many people have reason to be out unless they've had a few.
Nothing good happens after midnight.
No, there really is not.
Yeah.
There really is not. And
I mean, if you're not in bed by midnight, go home.
But we do have an alcohol problem in this town, no doubt about it, because this town makes a lot of money.
And I bring that up because the mayor was talking with us earlier on the show. You'll be able to catch it on our podcast.
Yep.
Talking about expanding the convention center so they can add more bars and restaurants downtown.
That's right. That's right. No,
that was the reason.
That is exactly right. There's no initiative to really cut back on alcohol.
He says we can help,
consumption.
the live music scene.
Yeah.
Is Austin still the live music capital?
That's one thing that I wish I had asked him about. We got on to something else because he was saying that we need to do more to maintain preserve our music scene here, and have tax money go towards that.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, I wanted to ask. I didn't get to it. Why? If you're going to do that, then why not do that for restaurants as well? Local restaurants.
Well,
he
said restaurants in there as well. He said iconic restaurants.
Did he?
Yeah, he said that, but
Okay,
mostly
I
the
missed
bar
that.
and music scene is what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about spending some big bucks, increasing the hotel-motel tax to expand the convention center.
Yeah.
To the west.
And actually, you know what? I understood that argument, but he is right that is dead space when it's not being used, and it's a massive chunk of property in a massive building. And when it's not being used, it's not being used.
Why
There's
can't
no
they get
reason to go
creative
there.
and use it? There's a way to get creative. I've often thought, dead space is what they call it in the business.
Mm-hmm.
And what that means, it's not being used on a Monday. It's a massive building that's just not being used.
Yeah.
Why can't the city get creative? Lease it out. Why not? Lease it
I
out
don't know.
every Sunday morning to a mega church. Make some money.
They're talking about completely scrapping it, and starting with something new that would include restaurant space, retail space, and things like that.
Well, he says it was built in the early 90s. It's got to go.
Or like that's 1910.
Right.
Or
Right.
1890.
Now, he did say something interesting that I did not think he was going to say. And the mayor tends to change his mind very easy, when the political winds blow. Changed his mind on expanding I-35. He's on the board for Capital Metro, for the Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority. He approved that measure to expand I-35 to the tune of $8 billion. Mm-hmm. And then the very next day said it's not going to solve any problems. So he's got a history of supporting and then speaking out against and changing his mind and waffling a little bit.
Right.
And I thought he would be one of the city council members as mayor that would support repealing our homeless ordinances. But he told us live on the show that he would not support repealing them. Some other city council members do.
I was really surprised to hear that.
Yeah, when it comes to repealing some of Austin's homeless ordinances, many police are opposed to this idea. The Downtown Austin Alliance totally against it. Numerous businesses are obviously against this idea. We have ordinances on the books that prevent folks from, camping on our streets.
Yeah.
Congress Avenue, right? We don't want people setting up tents and sleeping on the streets.
And they do.
We also don't want homeless people to sit and lie near the entrance of businesses.
No.
So we have an ordinance against that. We also have an ordinance against aggressive panhandling.
You wouldn't think so.
A few city council members say it's time to repeal those because even the mayor said it. We don't enforce it. We wrote more than 10,000 tickets over the past several years, and only 30, I think it was 30 that actually paid the fine.
Yeah, there's nothing to be gained by enforcing it because it doesn't change a thing.
So police are just spinning their wheels
Yeah.
on this issue and wasting time when they could be working on other things.
Yeah, I really could. I had forgotten that we actually had a panhandling ordinance in place because it looks like part of our daily life. Nothing's being enforced there at all.
Well, you're paying for it with the arrest and the citations and police officers dealing with the homeless folks on our streets,
Right.
shooing them away from businesses. They sometimes take them to jail and just let them back out. It's just a revolving door. Our officers are spinning their wheels and spending our money on that.
Yeah.
It's a waste of money. But also, it could affect business if they repeal these. If they repeal these ordinances, then it could have a negative effect on business, which will affect our economy.
No doubt about it.
Craig Staley is the owner of the Royal Blue Grocery. He tells Fox 7 News, the homeless problem is driving revenue away from one of his downtown locations.
We hear from people all the time that are like, well, I'll walk 3 more blocks and go to your 3rd and Brazos store because I just don't want to deal with that over there.
Yeah, despite the pleas from the private sector to keep the camping and panhandling ordinances in place, the city council will consider repeals next week. Councilmember Greg Kassar, he says these homeless ordinances are discriminatory.
Discriminatory in a way that needs to be discriminatory. Sometimes discrimination is needed. We
should always discriminate against things and people that drive business away.
Yes, exactly. And there is no doubt about it that is a consideration for a lot of people going downtown now, that they don't want to deal with that aspect of it. Certainly 6th Street. I mean, broad daylight in the middle of the day, you're going to see things you don't want to see. You're going to hear that, you've got the yellers down there that are just yelling, just screaming at air. And they
have mental health issues.
Yeah, I understand that.
And you don't need something like that in front of your business downtown.
Yeah, but it's...
How long before Congress Avenue looks like Skid Row in L.A. or certain parts of San Francisco and Seattle?
Yeah, you got to wonder. I mean,
if they repeal the camping ordinance, then you will see that Ben White area that's under that old pass, what is it, Pack Saddle Pass?
Yeah.
And Ben White,
yeah,
where you got that massive encampment.
Yeah.
You will see more of those out in the open.
There's no doubt about it. It's stunning what you see now. You cannot believe what you're seeing. It's like, how does this happen? How's it allowed to continue?
Yeah.
Because I just think about people coming in from the airport on Ben White Boulevard and then seeing this. It's like, wait a minute. I thought Austin was a beautiful city. Welcome. Welcome.
It still is. It still is.
It still is, but I'm seeing things I should not be seing in this
That beauty
town.
is being challenged every day.
It is certainly being pushed.
Have you ever won a spelling bee?
No.
I don't even know why I asked. I don't even know why, but I just thought I'm just trying to be polite.
Oh, God.
Just trying to.
Hey, Don, you're a dumbass.
Have you ever been a part of a spelling bee?
No.
I remember being part of a spelling bee in elementary school.
You were
not even making it out of elementary school in the contest.
No, I'm a horrible
last night was
speller.
the Scripps National Spelling Bee, And for the first time ever, we got 8 youngsters that are co-champions. Here's why. They were smarter than the organization that put it on.
Right.
They were smarter than the adults. The organization that puts on the spelling bee ran out of words.
They finally said, sorry, we got nothing else.
We got nothing.
Yeah.
So you're all eight co-champions. They all got the $50,000 scholarship and got to take pictures with the trophy.
They even used the words viscosity and paramecium.
Is this a disappointment to some of the kids?
Well, you would think.
I mean, because it kind of has shades of everybody gets a trophy.
It kind of does, and it's not the kids' fault that they ran out of damn words.
No.
It's not the
They
kids.
fought to be the champion.
Yes. So
A little bit of a letdown.
that single winner, that is such a coveted, massive thing. They are known all over the world. It's a massive thing to win. It's like winning the Masters or the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that was taken away from them because the adults weren't prepared. You can't tell me there weren't.
What they should have done is start spelling each other's name. Some of those names, man.
Name them.
I can't.
Try.
Rashik Gandhari.
I'm sure you nailed it.
Sakith Sundar.
Spot on.
Sharutika Padey.
Flawless.
Soham Sukantar.
Oh,
Abajay Kodaly.
correct.
Christopher Serraro.
Yes.
Rohan Raji.
I think you probably got that one.
And this is the tough one. Aaron Howard.
That's odd.
I think I got that one. It is odd.
Aaron Hod.
It is
Aaron
odd.
Howard.
I don't know what those families are doing to keep their kids smart and get them really pumped up about education. But whatever those families are doing, we all need to do.
The Todd and Don Show.